position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Fry. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most, and with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The offense changing the play. Trying to get the corner. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Punch it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
North Carolina, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Fry. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the secondary.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got the quick pass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Fry. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of?
He wants to take the top off. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. And he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll go to the ground.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to South Carolina. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Fry. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He'll start this drive firing. A safe call on the wide receiver screen.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to throw. It's Fry. Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Tigers have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
To throw again. Back open in the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Turns out the Jets. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
You've got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! And they'll knock him down.
Pickup of 14. 2nd down coming up.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Fry. Caught close to the marker, it's Spears. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to throw. It's Fry. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Fry. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half, and so
Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
it's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Fry. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
The snap sets up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to slam it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They feed him again. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Kick is in the air. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Looking downfield, it's Fry. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Defense not showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes a connection. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
That's what players call a 7 route, and that receiver ran it to perfection.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. It's complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Wants to go up top on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll go to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Defense playing a bail technique. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's loose at the 15. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
That's a first down for the offense.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Scanning the field, it's Fry. Got his man downfield. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
North Carolina Tar Heels will take over 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on first down. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle, and he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
From the gun, the ground game. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Back to throw, it's Fry. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Utah State. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. It's a running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the play on third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Off the RPO, throw to right, looking for the first. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes it the other way. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. He wants to change this route. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Shakes off the defender. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. On target to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Okay, great. Cookie.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
Going for it all. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks the tackle. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Second down coming up.
Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty